Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a guide to the piano production on Zelanka in Farming Simulator 25. So this is a specific production building that builds pianos, and it's different than a regular production building where you have like pallets of something that outputs. This is a construction project. So if we go in here and go to the map, we are on Zelanka here. This is the map itself. Starting farm is down over here. This is where the piano manufacturer is at. It's right here. So you can just hit visit here to get over to it. And if we go over here to available, you can see piano manufacturer. Essentially 5,000 planks go in to make one piano. Now, in the past with looking at, well, the wagon builder and the playground builder, this was pretty accurate in terms of, yep, that's the materials it takes to build one item. However, the cycles per month is completely wrong. So for those ones, it's not that this is going to happen 4 times a month, which is how it works for every other production. So for example, for potato processing, cycles per month means this recipe is going to happen 240 times a month. But for this just means it's going to take 4 months to produce this, is at least what I've learned from doing this. So I'm going to confirm that as well. I'll make sure it only takes 4 months, but it's pretty straightforward to build pianos. Just got to bring regular planks to it and you get pianos. Pretty straightforward. So yeah. At the manufacturer, first you have to buy it first. So you come up to this wrench icon, hit R if you're on PC, $320,000 to buy it. There we go. Boom. Now we have it. And now we own the building. We're good to go to start using it. This is where you're going to put your products in right here. Now, if you haven't bought it, you can still bring planks here to sell. It's just a sell point for planks, but you're not going to be able to build pianos for profit. So now when you bring planks in here, you're not going to get paid. You're going to get them into your production, which you can see how many you have in here. You'll be able to see you can hold up to 10,000 liters worth of planks, so enough to build 2 pianos. You're going to put the planks in here, they'll go in there, and then it'll start building a piano. And over time, you will see the progress of the piano right in here in this area right here, which lets me actually walk all the way through it. We'll see. It shouldn't let me walk to the piano when it starts, but we'll see as we go. So yeah, and then the piano magically disappears out of that room somehow. I'm not sure how they get the full piano out. Maybe they, I don't know, destroy the wall. But anyhow, that's not our problem. They're building pianos for us for money. So the piano will build in here, and then it will disappear when it sells, and then you will get a big lump sum payout. Now, it does depend on what your economy mode is, so easy, normal, and hard all have different payouts. So we're going to look at the profitability of bringing those planks in here and getting the payouts in easy, hard, or easy, normal, and hard economy modes. And we're going to look at if you were to buy these items at a warehouse, which I believe, is there a warehouse on this map? I don't even think there is. Yeah, I don't think there's a warehouse on this map at all, which is kind of interesting. So obviously with like Hutan Pantai and Riverbend Springs, you have a warehouse. So there's not a warehouse on here. I'll still show you the calculations for a warehouse, because my guess is there'll be a placeable warehouse if there's already not one out there that you can place down eventually. But for right now, you don't really have the ability to buy pallets. You have to produce the planks yourself. But regardless of that, I'm going to go ahead and throw some pallets of planks in here, which I'm just going to drop off in here, and it'll keep rocking and rolling. Now, if you go up to it, you can see down the bottom right-hand corner, it says planks. It's not going to give you progress in terms of like a percentage of how close it is to being done. I think for whatever reason, that function is broken. It didn't work on the other ones either, but it will show you how many planks you have in there when you start putting planks in the actual production itself. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and run the test and do some calculations, and we'll take a look at the profitability here in just a bit. All right, I did all the testing. It's not bad. It's not the worst production for sure, but it may not be the best one. It is kind of nice in the sense that you only have to deliver 5 pallets of planks every 4 months, because it is 4 months. I did confirm that as well. With this 4 months is accurate. But yeah, you only have to deliver 5,000, so 15,000 planks a year to keep this thing running. So that's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. It's kind of, I almost look at it as like a passive income source. If you just deliver the planks to it, it'll kind of make you money in the background. But here's a piano almost complete here. Yeah, looks quite nice. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it's pretty thin. They maybe can get it out this door. If they really try, it's not the biggest piano, so maybe they're able to get it out that door. I don't know. Otherwise, they're kind of screwed. But anyhow, yeah, so piano manufacturer works great. All that's good stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at, I've got some data for us to look at that has this all on here. So this is linked down below in the description. I have the Playground Maker, which is by far the best, no matter how you look at it. You're paying it off easily, really quickly, and you're making really good profit. The wagon production is kind of disappointing, and so is the piano production a little bit. So let's take a look at kind of what we got going on. So obviously the input is planks, 5,000 liters of planks per piano. This is how much that costs on easy, normal, and hard, and if you buy stuff from a warehouse, which obviously we don't have a warehouse on Zelanka, so that's assuming a modded warehouse will be there eventually for you to place down if you wanted to buy stuff from it. So I just left that calculation in here in case it matters later on down the road. Now, obviously, you can't, this is not if you're buying them. This is the comparison of if you were to make those 5,000 planks, this is what you'd get if you sold them for a decent price on all these 3 economy modes. So we're trying to see if it's worth putting them into the piano maker to make pianos, or should we just sell them as planks? So then we get down here. This is the sell price for a piano on easy at $60,000. Normal is $36,000, and hard is $20,000 a piano. So you get one of those payouts every 4 months as long as you keep planks in there. Now, if you look at the total cost, that's obviously just the easy for planks. That's the normal for planks, and that's the hard for planks. Then the warehouse one doesn't matter what economy you're on, it's the same price. Then we have the profit. So obviously the best profit is here. The best profit is theoretically if you have a warehouse and you buy the planks from the warehouse, you can get $43,000 here. But otherwise, right now, technically speaking, the best profit is the easy mode, obviously. And then for normal, $24,000 if you produce them, $19,000 profit if you buy them from the warehouse, if you can get a warehouse, and then $13,500 profit on hard, which is actually pretty good. That's a pretty good profit margin, especially for a $20,000 item. That's actually really good profit margins for hard economy mode. So that's actually not too bad. I think this is a pretty good one for hard economy mode. If you're on Zelonka, obviously, if you're on Zelonka, you don't have the option of the wagon maker or the playground maker, but you will have the option of the piano maker. So if you're buying stuff from the warehouse on hard, that's the worst. So if you look at the payoff, this is how many pianos you have to produce to be able to pay off the actual upfront cost of this. There's no running cost, so it doesn't charge you every month to run it, but it does cost a hefty amount right up front. And these are also the values I use to calculate everything up here. So that's just to be aware of that, the prices that I used. So it'll take you 2.7 years in easy mode to pay off the piano maker, 4.7 years in normal, 8 years in hard, and then obviously you have the different ones down here, 34 years if you're buying it from a warehouse and playing it hard economy mode. So just be aware of that. The difference there is fairly significant. So I just want you guys to be aware of that and have that kind of knowledge to hopefully help you out. So there's no production on Huton Pantai, so I'm not sure if there'll be another one of these videos for at least a little while. I'm not sure what else I would do it on, but here's all the data that you guys have for the piano maker. It's the best one is still, if you want to get a really good production like this going, I would get on Riverbend Springs, because this one, again, an easy is paying it off in 4 months, and normal is paying it off in 6 months, and at hard is paying it off in 10 months. So this is by far the best production out of all of these. The wagon one needs a little bit of revamping, I think, and so does the piano maker, maybe slightly more profit to make it a little bit more worth it. But otherwise, it's not really that bad. So yeah, overall, piano maker, it's decent, especially if you're on this map. If you have the money to buy it, just buy it and let it sit in the background, and it'll slowly make you money, and eventually it'll pay itself off and then have some really good profits for you. But I mean, if you look at the profits on that, I mean, you can make on easy economy mode, you're making about $120,000 a year profit off of this once it's paid off. So that's pretty good, to be honest. That's pretty good. So you can actually do pretty good on this. But anyhow, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this or found it useful in some way, shape, or form. If you guys did like this video, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.